There we go. Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you so much. So we were kind of going through the rundown of the episode. So the taping would take place from 3 to 3:30. We may go a little bit longer than that because we are going to be reading parts that they probably cut during the dress rehearsal. But something that I think that's really important to just sort of contemplate during this production process is that after they finished taping the episode at 3:30, they would start the dry rehearsal for the next day's episode from 4 to 6:30. So we often, culturally, I think, tend to denigrate soap operas, but it really is like one of the hardest working machines. They produce so much content. Toby, in a year on Guiding Light, how many pages of dialogue would you guess you had to memorize? Oh, Toby, we've lost you. You're muted.
Oopsie. Thank you. In a year, I would say probably 150 pages, or more, hundreds of pages. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And just doing that on like the constant rotation.
Yeah, you really built a muscle, of memorization muscle, which I really valued as an actor. It was cool.
Yeah, yeah. I can't imagine, like, I can't even remember what I had for lunch today, let alone pages and pages of dialogue. So kudos to all of you. I am just here to be the stage note reader. But thanks everybody who's on virtually with us and here in person with us. This is part of the 60th anniversary of Dark Shadows, the Curse of Dark Shadows graphic novel that I wrote and my buddy Jock illustrated. Came out in shops yesterday, so it is now widely on the streets, available for people to pick up. And I didn't want to just do the normal like signing and chat about it, so I wanted to do something a little more interesting and exciting. So thank you all for coming and playing along. I will make one note. Matt is subbing in for James Grixoni, who was going to read the role of Joe. He had a family emergency. But I will give a shout out to James's work on Twin Peaks: The Return. He is mid-production on I won't call it a sequel series, but like he's working on a project called the Blue Rose series, which picks up, it's a revisit to Twin Peaks, a little town in the Pacific Northwest. So there's a GoFundMe, and there's like lots of ways that you can support that project, and I hope you will check that out. He's a great person, and I'm sending him the best for what's going on with the Blue Rose and with his emergency. So Matt, thank you so much for joining in and helping us out.
Of course.
Okay, so we have gone over the general structure of how this was recorded. The cast in the original, we had Alexandra Moltke as Victoria Winters. That is the role that Brianna is reading for us tonight. Brianna is actually a distant cousin of Alexandra's, so it's exciting to have her reading that role. Barnabas Collins was played by Jonathan Frid, and Shawn Wilson will be reading that role for us. So Shawn, thank you so much. Carolyn Stoddard was played by Nancy Barrett, and Madeleine is going to be reading that role. Dr. Hoffman was played by Grayson Hall, and Toby will be reading that role for us. And then Joe Haskell was played by Joel Crothers, and Matt is going to be reading that role for us tonight. Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fade in on the Collinwood mansion. It's night. A single star is visible over Collinwood, seeming like a cold, lonely light that exists in a void unto itself. Few men can know such isolation, but there is one who has. One who has hoped his isolation might be ended, only to have that hope destroyed. We're fading in on the old house. It's a portrait of young Barnabas. Then the camera moves back, and Julia enters the room quickly. Then Barnabas enters following her, but it is Barnabas as an old man. Quick side note, Barnabas is getting treatments to cure his vampirism, and he has forced Dr. Hoffman to accelerate the rate of the treatments, and that has turned him into a horrible, horrible 100-year-old monster. So Shawn tried to look old and gross and scary. Now back to the voiceover. And desperation and terror will follow in its wake.
Why did you run from me? What's the matter with you? Why did you scream when you looked at me?
Barnabas.
Answer me.
Don't you know?
Know what?
The experiments.
Something went wrong?
Yes.
What? What's happened?
The dosage you insisted on, it was too powerful. I was afraid something like this might happen.
What's happened? Tell me.
Your face.
What about it? No. No. No.
He grabs her by the shoulders, but she still can't answer. She pulls away from him. With trembling hands, he reaches up and touches his face. He feels the lines and wrinkles, and horror-struck, realizes what has happened. The last is a cry of pain and terror. Cut 2. This is where we get the introduction. And we're not going to play it because YouTube will flag this video. Waves breaking against a rocky shore. Act 1. Fade in, the old house. The action is continuous. Barnabas is still standing there, horror-struck. Finally, he turns to Julia. There is intense fury and loathing in his voice.
You did this to me. You!
Oh!
You've turned me into something so grotesque. No one could look at me without fearing me and loathing me.
Barnabas!
You did it intentionally.
Intentionally?
Is this your revenge?
Revenge? For what?
For refusing to let our relationship become all you'd hoped it would be.
Don't be ridiculous.
Then why did it happen?
It's your own fault. I warned you against taking the massive dosage. I told you it might be dangerous, but you insisted on it.
So it's my fault.
Yes, if you'd let me progress at my own rate of speed with the proper controls.
The same thing would have happened.
Not necessarily.
Forgive me, Doctor, if I no longer have faith in your ability.
I may be able to counteract this if you'll forgive me, if you'll give me time.
Time! I have no time. The years are already pressing in upon me, and every moment that passes brings me one more step closer to the moment of my death. Strange. It never occurred to me that being human would mean I would become a man I was, a man who would have been dead by now. You never thought it either, did you? Of course you didn't, the clever Dr. Hoffman. You were so busy painting rosy pictures of my future, you never stopped to think of the obvious.
I still think I can help you.
No, you've done enough. Your experiments, Doctor, are over. From now on, I've decided what I must do.
What are you going to do?
What I think's do.
Which is?
Revert to what I was.
No!
I must, to save myself.
Well, there's no other way.
You know the answer to that question.
So you'll go on destroying. And every time you do, I'll be partially responsible.
Spare me from the dumb rumblings of your conscience. You're lucky I didn't kill you after what happened last night.
Perhaps I am.
There's something you must do. Go to Collinwood. Tell Vicky I won't be able to meet her tonight.
You'll have to forego an appointment with Vicky. That must be a bitter pill to swallow.
And spare me your sarcasm. Just go.
All right, Barnabas.
Julia goes out, looking upset and defeated. She gets to the front door area and opens the front door. Barnabas has an afterthought just as she is about to go out.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yes.
Give Vicky a message. Tell her I have to leave. I have to go away for a while. And I don't know when I'll be back.
I'll tell her. I'll tell her.
Julia wheels around. Vicky is standing there in the doorway.
You don't need to tell me.
Vicky!
I'm sorry if I startled you, Julia.
Cut to Barnabas. The sound of Vicky's voice startles him. He moves back into the shadows and blows out several candles.
That's all right.
I was coming up to the house when I heard you talking. I couldn't help overhearing.
I see.
Where are you going? Where's Barnabas going?
Away, on a business trip.
How long will he be gone?
I'm not certain.
Cut to the foyer. Vicky starts to take off her coat and move toward the door until Julia stops her.
I'm sorry you have to go away.
Vicky.
Yes?
Don't go in there.
Why not?
Mr. Collins, he isn't feeling well.
Cut to Barnabas. He stands with his back to Vicky.
That's right. I'm not feeling well at all.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's wrong?
Nothing serious, I'm sure, but I wouldn't want to expose you to it. I think it'd be better to cancel our appointment for tonight.
Is there anything I can do?
No, nothing. Thank you. You'd better return to Collingwood.
Yes, that's right, Vicky. It would be best. You can discuss the West Wing some other night when Mr. Collins is feeling better.
All right, but Barnabas?
Yes?
Do you think it's a good idea for you to go away on your business trip when you're not feeling well?
It's nothing serious. I'm sure I'll be fine.
But what if it is serious?
It isn't. Please, Vicky, you'd better go.
He's right, Vicky. I'll stay here with Mr. Collins and see that he gets everything he needs.
All right.
Good night, Vicky.
Good night.
She looks at him, puzzled, then goes out. Barnabas hears the door close behind her. He's shaken and enormously relieved. Fade out. This is our first commercial break. Brianna, would you like to tell us at our commercial break what works you have and things coming up right now?
Okay. Hi everyone, I'm Brianna Malotke. I'm a horror and a romance writer. And just recently, my first paranormal romance, Hexes and Fangs, came out. So it is a vampire forward book. And yeah.
You may or may not have launched it here.
The Peanut Gallery has said she may or may not have launched it here. Prepare yourselves. I'll come to you at our next commercial break to ask you to update us on projects that you are working on or have just released. Act 2, fade in, the old house. A moment later, Barnabas is there alone. Julia comes back into the room.
Well, that was close.
Why did you let her in?
I couldn't help it. She was standing there in the doorway when I opened the door. She heard your voice.
I wonder what she would have said had she seen me.
She didn't.
If she had, she would have run from this house, terrified. In my eyes, that would have been loathsome now.
In her eyes, yes.
I must not before anyone. I must act before anyone sees me this way.
Well, if anyone did see you, they wouldn't recognize you.
Am I that altered?
You bear very little resemblance to the man they know, only your voice is the same.
Think that all your noble experiments should end in this. You gave me hope, Doctor. Hope that I could live as a man among men. I'll never forgive you for that.
Vicky can still be yours.
Wow.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Well, you say you must revert to what you were in order to survive. And perhaps you're right.
What about it?
Use Vicky as the instrument for your reverting.
Vicky?
Why not? Then she would be under your power. That's what you want, isn't it?
I don't want her that way. I want her to come to me willingly as Josette.
And if that never happens?
It will in time.
What if it doesn't?
All Vicky needs is time to forget Devlin. Then she will turn to me and want to become my bride, my Josette.
You keep saying that, but I wonder if you're only trying to convince yourself. I wonder if you really believe it's going to happen.
Of course I do.
Do you? Or do you just hope it will happen?
It will happen. It must happen.
Perhaps it would be wiser to be more realistic and lean on realities rather than hopes. If you want Vicky so much, perhaps you should get her any way you can get her.
You only say that because you don't want her to come to me willingly. You don't want her to become my Josette.
That's not true. I'm thinking of you. You have a need. Use her to fill that need.
I can't, and I won't. I couldn't do it. Not to her.
You may say that, but you know you're tempted. Very tempted.
Barnabas can't answer. Dissolve to Vicky's bedroom. Vicky comes in, followed by Carolyn.
Oh, Vicky, I'm glad you're back. I have to go out, and I didn't want to leave David alone.
Where are you going?
To the Blue Whale. I asked Joe to meet me. There's something I want to discuss with him.
Is David asleep?
Yes.
Were there any phone calls?
Phone call?
Yes.
No, the phone hasn't rung.
I've got to stop waiting for that call. It'll come when I least expect it. And they'll tell me Burke is safe and well.
Yes. But you're right, Vicky. You should stop watching that phone every minute, for your own sake.
He's alive, Carolyn. I know that he is. I know it.
Where's Barnabas? I thought he was coming back to the house with you to look at the West Wing.
He was, but he's sick.
What's the matter with him?
I'm not sure. He says it isn't serious, but he was acting strangely.
Strangely? How?
I can't describe it. He says he has to go away for a few days.
Why?
He has to make a business trip. Do you know something, Carolyn?
What's that?
I wish he didn't have to go away. I'm going to miss him.
Are you?
Yes. He's been such a good friend to me since we found out Burke is missing. He's been as much of a comfort to me as you and your mother.
I know you've grown very fond of Barnabas.
More than that, I've come to rely on him, on his kindness and his strength. I didn't realize how much I've come to rely on him until tonight.
Carolyn looks at her, troubled. Dissolve to the old house. Barnabas is there with Julia.
You can have her, Barnabas. She can be yours.
Stop it.
Her blood in your veins, her youth yours.
I said stop it. Go. Leave me alone.
All right, but you'll think about what I've said, and you'll realize I'm right. Vicky may never come to you of her own free will. You want her, and you'd be a fool not to get her. Now, tonight.
No.
Oh, good night, Barnabas.
She goes, leaving Barnabas shaken. Fade out. Commercial. Toby! Toby, what are you working on? What's going on with you?
Well, our latest feature, Mother of Flies, just released last week on Shudder, and that's exciting. And we are about 3/4 of the way through shooting our next feature, a very cold winter feature, which Shawn Wilson has a role in. And that's what we're up to.
Amazing. Okay, Shawn, do you, without getting fired and or a lawsuit, do you want to share anything about it?
Well, it is going to be a lot of fun, and it's really scary and bloody and gory.
I would expect nothing less from Toby and her family. Okay, Act 3, fade in, the blue whale. Joe is there with Carolyn.
There hasn't been any word?
Nothing.
They've pretty well given him up for lost, huh?
Yes, but Vicky hasn't. She jumps every time the phone rings. She's so sure it's going to be news of Burke.
That's rough. I wish I could do something for her.
So do I. But there's nothing any of us can do. Nothing at all. Except be there in case Vicky needs us.
If there's anything I can do, let me know.
I will, but actually, Joe, I didn't ask you to meet me here because of Vicky.
What's up?
It's David.
What about him?
I'm so worried about him. Uncle Roger's been talking about sending him away, and even Mother's beginning to think it might be best.
It might be best for him to get out of Collinwood for a while, with these fantasies he's been having.
That's just it. I'm not so sure they are fantasies.
Why do you say that?
I saw her, Joe.
Who?
Sarah, the little girl David talks about. I saw her, and she was real. Or at least, she seemed real.
When did this happen?
Yesterday, I woke up and she was in my room.
She appeared?
Yes, but don't say it was just my imagination. It wasn't. She was real as you or I.
I can't say she doesn't exist. Too many people claim to have seen her. Maggie, Sam, David, Vicky, and now you? You can't all be imagining things.
You're not. She does exist. I even talked to her.
What did she say?
She begged me to stop David from being sent away, but that part doesn't matter. The point is, she does exist. David didn't imagine her.
Maybe he didn't.
Well, if she wasn't his imagination, then maybe the other things he's been talking about are real too.
Like seeing a coffin in Barnabas Collins' basement?
Yes, it's possible he really saw something there.
Oh, come on, Carolyn.
I'm just saying it's possible.
It isn't possible. Burke and Dr. Woodard checked out that story, and there was nothing in the basement. Nothing at all.
I know, but...
And what about David's claim that he was attacked by a giant bat? And his idea that Barnabas Collins wants to kill him? You don't believe those things, do you?
I know they sound far-fetched.
They're more than far-fetched. They're incredible.
So is the existence of Sarah.
What are you saying?
I want you to do something for me.
What?
I want you to go to Eagle Hill Cemetery with me.
Eagle Hill Cemetery? What for?
David claims there's a secret room in the Collins tomb. I want to find out if there is such a room, or if he just imagined it.
But Burke and Dr. Woodard went out to the cemetery and examined the tomb. There was no secret room.
I know they didn't find anything, but...
What makes you think we would?
Maybe we wouldn't. But I'd just like to double-check David's story.
Look, Caroline, I'm not going to take you to a cemetery in the middle of the night.
But it's for David.
Surely you don't believe these wild claims David is making against Barnabas Collins, your own cousin?
I want to believe David is telling the truth.
So do I. And maybe he thinks he is, but it must be his imagination.
He wasn't imagining Sarah.
Maybe not, but what's the connection with Barnabas Collins?
I don't know, but there may be a connection.
Look, Carolyn, for your own sake, forget this. The danger is over. Willie Loomis has been caught and put away. The best thing you can do is forget any of this ever happened.
But, Joe...
Do you really think there's anything sinister about your cousin Barnabas?
No.
Then you've got to chalk up everything David says to the imagination of a kid, because that's all it is. That's all it could be.
Carolyn looks at him, shaken and confused. Fade out. Commercial. Maddie and Matt, what are you working on?
Well, we're actually working together right now. We're both graduating from the University of Minnesota this spring, getting our BFAs in acting. And we're working on our senior thesis projects right now. So Matt and I are doing an adaptation of Macbeth that I wrote that combines Macbeth with Ionesco's Macbeth, and we're playing Lady Macbeth and Macbeth.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, what can you tell us about playing opposite Maddie as Lady Macbeth?
It's been very fun. I have played opposite Maddie before. I was Oberon and she was Titania. And it's very fun to play on stage with Maddie because Maddie's a very dynamic actor. And I just like being in scenes with Maddie. Especially with such dynamic parts as Lady Macbeth and Macbeth, it's just like all over the place, and it's just so exciting to be on stage.
Now, I have one other question. Do they film these, or will they be available for people to watch?
I'm sure we could film them.
Okay, I will share a link to this in the comments below this video when it lives on YouTube.
Sweet.
Okay, thank you guys. Shifting into Act 4, fade in, Vicky's bedroom. Vicky is sitting at her dressing table, brushing her hair. There is a knock at the door.
Come in.
The door opens and Carolyn comes in.
I'm glad you're still awake.
Did you have a good time?
I guess so. Vicky,
Yes.
do you mind if I ask you a question?
Of course not.
You trust Barnabas Collins, don't you? I mean, you trust him as much as you've ever trusted anyone.
You know the answer to that. Of course I do. I think he's the kindest, most sincere man I ever met. Outside of Burke, of course.
You've always been a good judge of people, better than I am.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
I have a confession to make.
What?
I've had some doubts about Barnabas.
Doubts?
Because of the things David has said about him, I was beginning to wonder if some of it might not be true.
But of course it can't be true. Barnabas wouldn't harm David. You know that.
I know it seems unlikely, but he was right about Sarah. I thought he might be right about Barnabas too.
Well, he isn't right. Those things he's been saying about Barnabas are only his imagination.
That's what Joe said.
Joe?
I told him I was beginning to have doubts about Barnabas, and he told me I was wrong even to think such a thing.
Yes, you are, Carolyn.
I suppose I am. I suppose I owe Barnabas an apology.
Don't apologize. Just forget you've ever doubted Barnabas for a minute. He doesn't deserve it.
Maybe not.
He doesn't, Carolyn. Believe me, he doesn't.
I believe you. Well, it's getting late. I better get to bed. Good night, Vicky.
Good night.
Carolyn goes out. Vicky looks after her, slightly troubled. Dissolved to the old house. Barnabas is there, alone, pacing up and down. Julia's voice rings in his ears.
Vicky may never come to you of her own free will. You want her, and you'd be a fool not to get her. Now, tonight.
He comes to a sudden decision, snatches up his cloak and cane, and starts off. Dissolved to Vicky's bedroom. Vicky is asleep. Dissolved to the limbo hallway area. Footsteps move stealthily down the hallway. Dissolved to Vicky's bedroom. The handle of Vicky's door turns slowly, then the door opens. It is Barnabas. He approaches Vicky's bed and hovers over her, staring at her.
He's so lovely, so innocent. I can't do it. I can't.
Suddenly, Carolyn's voice is heard from off.
Vicky?
Barnabas glances up, startled. Cut to the limbo hallway area. Carolyn knocks, then opens Vicky's door. Cut to Vicky's bedroom. As Carolyn enters, Barnabas is gone.
Vicky!
Carolyn, what is it?
You were asleep.
Why?
I thought I heard footsteps outside in the hallway. I thought it was you.
Footsteps?
I thought I heard something, but I was probably mistaken.
You must have been. It's very late. Everyone's asleep.
I know. I'm sorry I woke you.
It's all right.
Go back to sleep. I
She glances towards the window and gasps.
What is it?
Look, at the window.
What?
A bat! A giant bat!
Vicky glances towards the window and gasps. In the moonlight that streams from the window, the shadow of a giant bat appears. The shadow covers them. They are both terrified. Fade out to the episode's end. Dun, dun, dun. So, if you have never seen the show, this bat is famously discussed. It's been named. It is a horrible puppet that is on like a bouncy string. It is not giant at all, and that it terrified these poor girls. It's suspension of ultimate suspension of disbelief that it would terrify anybody. But yeah, so Barnabas is trying to. He wanted this accelerated so he could turn Vicky into Josette. This is all very healthy, right? He's trying to turn Vicky into his dead former lover, Josette. Carolyn and David are both about to discover that Barnabas is a vampire. Carolyn, in the next couple of episodes, will find the coffin in the basement. She teams up with Barnabas to turn Vicky into Josette. It's very healthy. It's very healthy. And so that is where this episode really kind of sets up some of the familial things that we revisit in Curse of Dark Shadows, which is set in the present day. In the graphic novel, Barnabas has been away from Collinwood ever since the show ended in 71, 72. Don't quote me on that. Somebody's going to leave a comment in the video. But he's been away from Collinwood. He gets called back. Carolyn is calling him back to help with a family problem that only he can help them solve. And so, distance from the vampire starts to remove some of the mental manipulation that he's done to them. Barnabas is not a full-out villain. He is a very complicated character. He is the reluctant villain. They sympathized him in a way that it was the first time that they had ever presented this side of a vampire character where he didn't really want to hurt people, but he had to do it to survive. And often he's doing these horrible things to save the family from some kind of demonic possession or haunting that's going to destroy the house and the family. And so they really did a great job of building this reason why you would root for Barnabas. There's a reason why Julia and Barnabas took over the show, and so Carolyn remembers now what Barnabas has done to them. David remembers what Barnabas has done to them. So the little family reunion that happens in Curse of Dark Shadows is not necessarily going to work out well for any of them. But I hope that you all will check out the book. It's out now. I said at the beginning that we are about 25 pages into the next book, Fall of Dark Shadows, so we get to keep going. But this book really sets up all of the personal conflicts that happen in that book. I really appreciate all of the readers tonight helping give voice to the origins of some of these conflicts. You guys have been amazing, and thank you so much for giving of your time to read this script that by today's standards is very, very unhealthy. Any final thoughts from you guys?
Thanks. It was so much fun.
I loved your take on Dr. Hoffman. That you were very villainous when you were suggesting that he go after Vicky like that.
Toby really was very much like Grayson, the actress, the real Dr. Hoffman. Yes. You nailed it. Nice. Nicely done, everyone. Yeah.
You too.
Yeah, that's fun.
I should also say, Vicky is delusional. Burke is dead. His plane has gone down. He's never seen again. So Barnabas, his timing to get Vicky is pretty good.
So Craig, how old is David in the future? How old is David now in the future? Are they him and Carolyn?
You are asking me a question that is going to get me into a lot of trouble.
Okay. Well,
we're fudging it a little bit. I say today, but if I say today, it places them a little farther out. So I say David is in his early 70s, and that would make Carolyn in her late 70s, early 80s. Ish.
Nice.
You gotta add the ish so that the comments don't tear you apart.
Yes. And people have already been concerned about that. And I just say, if you like it, it's all correct. If you don't like it, it's
nice.
If you don't like it, it's parallel time. That's the West Wing that Vicky is talking about in the episode that you all just heard too. The West Wing is the portal to parallel time, which is a dimension that has kind of a mirror image of the house, and you can sometimes pass through to this other alternate universe. I'm telling you, Dark Shadows was doing the Marvel universe way before the Marvel universe ever thought about any of this. So there's doppelgangers, there's all kinds of stuff happening on this show. But again, I thank you guys so much. Brianna and I are going to shift over to signing some books and chatting with the folks that are here with us. If you joined via the webinar, we really appreciate it. And check out Curse of Dark Shadows, check out the senior thesis projects, check out Mother of Flies, and please check out the new movie when it comes out, and please check out Brianna's books as well. I'll make sure everyone is tagged so you can easily find them. Thanks, everybody.